day, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of BanyoThoughts. This is your host, Gian, and today I am going to share and talk about my startup called Experience Philippines and why it is different from the way I did it before. And one of the reasons why is because I transformed it or I pivoted to making it a gamified travel platform. So, ano ba yung gamified travel platform? So, we will discuss that later on in the podcast, no? So, brief background. So, when I came back from New Zealand a few years ago, and then I had never basically when I came back here in the Philippines, wala pa masyadong kilala or wala akong masyadong friends, no? So most of my friends are based in NZ and Europe. So and really good friends, meaning close friends of mine, either the US or in Europe or in New Zealand. And then so when I came back here, it was kind of difficult or different as well in terms of culture. But syempre, nag-adjust tayo at nag-try tayo ng ways to make new friends, no? So, well, that was the core reason why I started this parang travel group. At the time, it's called Tara Let's Go. The idea there was to put people together and travel somewhere, but hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupunta, hindi mo alam anong gagawin, and hindi mo alam kung sino kasama mo. So, everything, the whole, basically, it's like a mystery adventure. So, you don't know where you're going to go, you don't know who you're going to be with, you don't know what you're going to be doing. So, everything is only happens when you get there or when you join the mystery adventure. So it was really basically a recipe for disaster, and especially in the Philippines. So you probably be concerned about the safety and security, especially for women pa, mas lalo na yon. You'll be more worried about traveling with strangers and you don't know who they are, etc. etc. No? So, and hindi mo pa alam kung saan ka pupunta at anong gagawin. No? So, basically, it's a whole recipe for disaster, no? But the first ever organized activity that I did, we called it the Random Road Trip number 1. Random because it's basically random talaga yung hindi mo alam talaga saan pupunta, no? And then it's road trip because we basically do road trips. So that's what's called Random Road Trip number 1. And surprisingly, I thought walang sasali. Surprisingly, there were 11 people who actually joined. And around 9 of them were actually women. And 2 of them were foreigners. So, foreign women, no? So, foreign visitors. So, I was completely surprised and excited and pumped that this might actually work. So, the idea is that I basically hired a aircon jeepney, and that aircon jeepney brought us around nearby provinces lang. It was an overnight activity lang just to check. No? So we went to the province of Rizal and explored Rizal. And people didn't know the itinerary. It's only me and my co-founder Jeff, who's also my best friend. And we did the itinerary. In fact, the itinerary was just very random, very generic itinerary. It wasn't really very detailed at all. So we just basically just played it by ear as we went around Rizal, and then it was like the learning experience one. It was a really much a learning experience for me. It was a really learning experience for me and Jeff. But at the end of the whole trip, the overnight trip, I really learned more about the province of Rizal because we got lost. We had random meetups with strangers. We met one of the national, but we got lost and we actually met. We just ended up in a house or an old house, and we met one of the national artists of the Philippines. No, so he's the one who specialized in finger painting, and he had massive canvases of his artwork in that place, no? So we just basically it was like an ancestral house, no? So we had random experiences, random food trips there. So it was really at the end of the day, it was really for me personally and Jeff, it was really an experiential kind of thing. So it was fun. I would say it was so much fun, and the people who actually joined that trip became one of our very good friends. I mean, became our good friends, and it's amazing how up to now we still keep in touch, and even though we have different lives, different kinds of work, we still keep in touch, and when we hang out, it's as if it was just yesterday, So I really made good friends from that first ever road trip. So and then we tried it out again, another one, random road trip number 2. So until it evolved into something that's more thematic. So we started catering to people who don't have any significant others, so they're single. So then we coined it the singles road trip. So the idea there was really to initially was the idea to match, but it was so hard because there were more women joining than men, um, and so we reformatted it to something like more of a singles road trip. So and there it grew up until to singles road trip number, I don't know, 35. It was a lot. I mean, I've met so many great people through those trips and became very good friends as well. So the initial plan, I mean, my initial initial goal was really just to make friends, and true enough, because it's when I started doing Experience Philippines, I really did make good friends. I met amazing and inspiring people. I met people who also have ADHD there. I met people who love food a lot. I met people who come from very good background, I mean, from well-to-do backgrounds, but so simple and so humble. I met people in politics, people who work in the government, all sorts. I mean, all sorts, and that really for me brought me to understand human behavior more, human character, relationships even more, because uh, they taught me that how how to be more empathic, and how to be more kind, and how to be more understanding, and how to be more fun, and how to really be there in the moment. So and that and that happened throughout, until 2026 we started doing this in 2016, and then in 2019 we joined a national competition for startups here in the Philippines, and we won the 2019 national competition. So I was really all hyped and super excited, meaning we can now bring this whole level of experience to more people around the archipelago. But the pandemic happened, so that really changed a lot, So and that really, I mean, I personally got devastated by the whole thing, because all the plans were cut short. So we had to cut down costs. So many things happened after that. So fast forward to 2023. During that time, so we had to close, the business, because of the restrictions and travel. You can't move around, and of course, there's no income as well, so you can't pay people as well. So the many things. It's another story that I can share. But bottom line is that we had to basically temporarily shut down for those number of years. However, I did not stop in innovating the company, Experience Philippines. So during those years that we were not operating per se, we had minor work, we had minor operations. Like people still ask me to organize activities for them, but I pivoted. Meaning, what did I pivot? I started from those experiences and those data that I have. I decided to make the experience more rewarding. So I redeveloped the platform. So I created a platform to now have a reward system for actually joining the activities that we have. And that reward is translated to our own virtual currency, quote unquote, meaning they can exchange those currency for other activities that we have in the platform. And then I zeroed into making it more game like. So gamified. So what do I mean by gamified? I made it into an opportunity for you to explore more because there is a reward system, meaning you level up. So you can create now your own avatar. So you create your own character, where the character basically encourages you to, where the activities encourages you to try new things around the Philippines. So now I have this whole business where it's a collaboration between activity or experiences that happen in the country, and then here are um, travelers who want to try them. So ang ginawa ko, and medyo ano siya, medyo it's kind of, for me, it's a medyo overwhelming in that sense, because I didn't even realize that this thing is possible. You can actually do this. So because from my experience, I've traveled to most of the provinces in the Philippines, more or less, like out of the 82, maybe 75 provinces, and I've seen the situation when it comes to tourism here. No, so I'm not like I'm not saying that the tourism here is not so good. I'm just saying that I think there's a need to upgrade and improve. And then you can also see that there are many places or activities or individuals or organizations or homestays or all the supply side, the supply side of the tourism, that they're still sticking to the traditional way of marketing their activities or marketing themselves or their brand. So they still do the traditional, offering of 3 days, 2 nights here for X amount of money. And ito yung pwede mo gawin for your activity, which is da 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 da. And then they charge for those things. So may market, no, meaning there's a market for the traditional way. However, their marketing channel will be just sticking to what they can do, which is like their own social media or their own marketing activities, and then they try to rely on the Department of Tourism in the local area. However, that's it. No, there's no other avenue else. No, there's either they join expos, etc. etc. But for small brands or for small businesses that are based in the rural areas of the province, it's it's a bit difficult for them to be seen. No? So on the other side of the coin is that you have travelers who are not anymore, or who have evolved in their taste or in their love for exploration by diving deep into experiences. I think that's what happened during the pandemic. So they made people started realizing how important, self connecting, genuine connections, authenticity is plays an important part in their own, mental well-being or personal well-being. So I combined the two. So what happened now is that, so if I created a platform where you have, for supply side, meaning the small businesses, they have now an avenue to market their services and their products. But this time, marketing it in not just like, hey, book here, sales pitch kagad, no? But this time, marketing it in a sense by creating a story out of it, by introducing a the parang the culture behind the province, so the language behind the province. So, for you to explore the place, or to do that activity, I made it into a quest, so like a mission. So now, and I created a storyline for those partners that we have, so that the experience of the traveler now will be based on that story, and now you can make it more interesting, and now you can now simulate a like a reward system similar to online games or role playing games, no? Because I got this inspiration really from my love for um role playing games. So I'm a gamer by heart. So I really like I really enjoy quests and missions, doing that for a character. So, and then your character grows and levels up, etc. etc. So it's similar concept. I just got it and then made it into something that's real, meaning you can do that for yourself, no? And for the travelers themselves, so I started introducing activities that are not just based on this travel itself, meaning just going to the destination, but now based on categories where your interests lie. No, so if your interest lie in food, there are food quests. If your interest lies in, I don't know, learning about wellness, there's a wellness quests. If your interests lie in skills, there are skills quests, and this skills quest, food quest, all of them we I started looking for partners that who are willing to jump in and join me in this kind of adventure, and where they recalibrate or we market themselves based on that, no? So of course that's just it's just an option on their part, meaning it's not part of their whole business structure, business model. It's just that for an additional way for them to get clients, that's what I started doing. And that's how I now created the whole gamified travel platform. And I now started calling it Adventure Connect and then Adventure Rewards. The Adventure Connect has several features. Like one of the features is the community feature. So uh, this time we removed Facebook as a where people can converse. I create, started. Di pa tapos. I'm not saying it's not yet finished now, but I created a different platform where people have, which is separate from the traditional community groups. Now they have a platform for themselves, just purely about Experience Philippines. So everything there they have travel guides, their quests there they can check, etc. So and they can engage with people who are part of the community. They can message them, they can talk to them, they can voice chat them. So that's why, because the goal of that Adventure Connect is to genuinely create um, authentic connections between the each other who are traveling. So and it's an environment where everyone has the same vibe, because you're all want to explore the Philippines, whether you're local or a foreign. So and like my goal there is to educate as well, to start giving this reason why I have a travel guide, so that people understand the different things, like the language, for example, of the region they're going to be visiting, or the food that they're going to be trying. So these are just educating people, and even on the cultural side, how you greet someone in those regions. No, so that's just like a way for people to get to know each other and to have a more awareness of the different provinces that we have for the traveler. And then and I also created a for the quests there. This is one of my favorite. For the quests there, it's a video quest, meaning they're like utilizing the same concept for TikTok, where you have short form videos. So similarly, the quests are given in a short form format. So and they can click on if they're going to accept or decline a quest, typical of a NPC or non-playable character in online games, no, where they give you a quest, they're gonna ask you, hey, would you like to accept this quest? Yes or no. So you have an option to accept the quest or not. No. So and these are all logged into your own account. So and then the adventure reward is, sige, once you've done the quest, let's say you tried you worked on the quest, and any game, like any online game you play, the NPC will give you a reward. So and this is an incentive for travelers to, either eat something, drink something, or get something from our partner. So if it's a coffee shop, they get I don't know, the coffee shop can come up with the reward that they want, maybe a free coffee or a discounted coffee. I don't know. So that's the or they get something like a necklace, I don't know, or a tumbler, dependent. Depends really on the supplier side, no. So but that's the goal. That's the idea there, is so that we help both. I help both the company Experience Philippines, help both sides of the market, no, so the tourism market, which is the traveler side, and those who offered experiences, the supply side, no. So that's it, no. So and all of these things are done in the platform, Experience Philippines, so www.experience.ph. So many things are still not yet, up and running. In fact, these are all projects that I've done throughout this 2021 to 2023 this year, no. So we haven't really formally launched it because there's so many aspects that I still have to work on. However, the small details, pakonti-konti, little by little, I'm getting it into and turning it into a reality already. So hopefully by the summer of 2024, we can officially launch the entire platform to the market, to the Philippine market. So that's it, no. So that's the Experience Philippines and the gamification of travel. And I'm a big proponent, and I've written a lot of articles about how we can gamify our business, because in that sense, I don't know, para sa akin, because it's more interesting. It's a and some, and there are many companies uses the gamified models already now, but not to the extent that what we're doing. So literally, it's like a quest or a game, no. So the others, because they just use reward points, like loyalty points. But in my case, it's really the whole experiential thing. So where you go through the whole process. But yeah, that's how I designed Experience Philippines now. So that's the pivot of Experience Philippines. It's actually the solutions to boring travel. So, and our tagline ko dyan is like, every adventure, every adventure is a game, and every game becomes an adventure. So that's more or less the core mission of the Experience Philippines, no? But yeah, so I hope you guys will check it out soon, no. The I'm really excited about Experience Philippines, where it's gonna be, where it's gonna lead to, and I'm glad I didn't give up. I could have given up 2020 pa lang, but I know my future, may future talaga siya, may future, and it's a project that's worth talaga sacrificing for. I again, that's just me, So continue to pray, help me out. And maybe if you guys, those who are listening to most Kalad Karen friends of mine, we can restart already. So, but yeah, so thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm glad to share this startup with you guys, and I hope you learned a thing or two about Experience Philippines, and hopefully we will see you in our travels very, very soon. In fact, I'm creating another podcast specifically just for Experience Philippines, and that would be podcast plus a short video format in TikTok and YouTube Shorts, no, and even Instagram. So so that you get idea of also what we do in Experience Philippines, but separate from Banyo Thoughts. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening to me and this Banyo Thoughts. So if you really like this episode, you can share it to someone, and subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Spotify, or follow us in Spotify. And if you want, you can follow us also on our Facebook page, Banyo Thoughts by Gian, and in Instagram, Banyo Thoughts by Gian as well. So thank you so much. Keep on, stay curious, embrace the unknown if ever. And remember, every journey, no matter how small it is it's a story worth telling. So until next time, I'll see you guys around. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.